Yeah, everything you just laid out about the playoff format and how that's going to completely change the
The
perception
paradigm.
and the
Yeah,
reality of the regular season is true. The only two things I would say about the continued relevance of the regular season, and of course it's relevant. You can't be 7-5 and make the playoffs. You have to have a reasonably good season, but that's not a concern for Ohio State based on what the program's been for the last 20 years and really the last 50 years. But uh, you would think most of the time that the better team in the regular season will continue to be the better team in the playoffs. Number one, number two, of course, the Big Ten champion, the conference champion, will have the advantage of the bye and the one less game versus uh, a team,
definitely.
but we will probably have a narrative for certain teams, if we could spin ahead 15 years where there is going to be a school out there that is going to build some level of reputation for, oh, they've sneaked into the playoffs like 5 times and they won 2 national championships when they weren't supposed to. And then we've got so and so dominating some conference, Clemson. They've won 11 ACC championships and they keep losing in the second round of the something like that. There will be outliers like that that will drive home the point that the playoffs, the the value of the playoffs and the ability to either ascend or have a great regular season torn to shreds in 60 minutes or 3 hours is going to be there on the table.
Yeah, in the past 15 years, you've had, I think, Connecticut and Villanova both won 2 NCAA basketball championships, and neither played, I guess as it gets later on, the Big East has become a little bit more of a power conference, but, I don't think it was regarded that way previously, and certainly American wasn't. So, some of that, it kind of dovetails into a discussion that Day got into yesterday about the future of Big Ten scheduling. It sounds like the coaches are trying to give the athletic directors and the presidents their input on where things should go when you add USC and UCLA starting in 2024. It sounds like they're going to dissolve the divisions, and it'll just be the top 2 teams at the end of the year that will play in the championship game. And they're struggling, I think, right now with what the proper format will be for protected rivals and, how that's going to look. Do you protect 2? Do you protect 3? Or do some schools protect 1 and some schools protect 3? And, you're kind of all over the board on this. Where it could end up. I guess they'll probably end up landing on Protect 2, which for Ohio State would be Penn State and Michigan, I have to think. But you are also going to play USC and UCLA with relative regularity. So really interested to see how that's going to go. And, that's going to have a big determinant, I think, in the future of the Big Ten, because I think anytime you mix in a road trip to the West Coast in October or November, I think you almost have to have a bye week after that to recover in the course of the league. And so we're going to be interested to see how they manage doing all of that. Those schools on the West Coast have to come east for at least, you'd think, 3 or 4 games a year to the Central and Eastern time zones. What's the wear and tear going to be on those teams? Are they going to be expected to win a Big Ten championship, with 3 tough road trips every year? So, yeah, I'm interested to see how this is all going to shake out.